What's up guys, so DJI sent over their brand new RS3 Pro and wireless transmission combo. So I thought it would be a really good idea to put it through a real world production test. Now currently I'm in the process of directing and producing a new show called Autobites where we'll be filming fast cars. So I thought this would be a really good idea to see if the RS3 Pro and wireless transmission combo unit are the right tool for the job. Now to the untrained eye, the DJI RS3 Pro might feel like an incremental upgrade, but it's the little things that DJI did that make a big difference. For example, the build quality is solid, much more premium, and also well thought out. For example, the arms are made out of carbon fiber and feel much beefier. Something else that you'll notice in comparison to the RS2 Pro is that the arms are also 1 inch longer, which may not seem like a big deal, but if you're using a camera like the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 6K Pro, this will easily accommodate it, and you don't have to worry about getting a larger gimbal setup like the Ronin M. Now the OLED display is also bigger at 1.8 inches in comparison to the RS2 Pro, which was actually just 1 inch, making it much easier to navigate through the menu system and also more visible in daylight. Now something else that they've changed is they added a dedicated switch to cycle through the different modes. For example, I can now change to pan tilt follow, pan follow, or FPV with the flip of a switch without the need to dive into the menu system. Now perhaps my favorite feature on the new RS3 Pro has to be the Autolock feature, which you've probably already seen. So basically when I power this off, it automatically stows away and locks itself, which is pretty amazing. But if I'm ready to use it, all I have to do is hold the power button, it unlocks itself and is ready to use. Now, if you don't realize why this is a big deal, then you probably haven't used a gimbal in a while. It's a big deal. Now, something else that they've added that is very useful and convenient is that you no longer need a USB cable connected to the camera and the gimbal in order to start and stop recording. They handle all of that now through Bluetooth and it works really quickly. Let me demonstrate. As soon as I turn the camera on and I turn the gimbal on, you'll notice right here that it'll automatically pair, and now all I need to do is hit start, camera will start recording, or if I want to stop, I can do this without the cable, and we use this all the time in our production, and I can't tell you how useful this is. Now, a small detail that DJI added to the RS3 Pro is a dedicated follow focus rail mount to the quick release plate. This makes it much simpler to attach the rail system to the gimbal without overly complicating things. Now on our shoot, we actually used it to control the zoom on our lens because we were using autofocus when it was mounted on the car. Now I think it worked great and it was perfect for our use case. Also, what was cool is that because we were using the hand grips on the high bright monitor, we were able to control the focus motor remotely while driving. Now something else that DJI sent over is their twist grip dual handle, which is ideal for larger camera setups. And on paper, functionality seems like a good idea, but when you're actually using it, I wasn't a fan, and let me demonstrate. For example, it has this really cool mode, which we've all seen, called briefcase mode. So here's the thing, all I have to do is loosen this up, and if I want to go into briefcase mode, okay, hold on. Let me move this handle over here so that I can go into briefcase mode. Hold on. Oh, no, hold on now. Let me move the handle again back here. Do you see what I mean? It's just very finicky. Also, if for whatever reason this gets loose over here, check this out. Just a little bit of loose, and if I'm... Yeah, that's very scary. So this uses a natal rail system, but there's like no hard stop. They do have this somewhat safety mechanism that you have to push, but really, if I just loosen this up a bit, it just comes off. So my DP Sam, who was actually using this, felt the same way, and he actually has his own setup that he uses, which I thought works much better. I do feel that a dual grip handle system on this gimbal is a great idea, although I feel like DJI missed the mark a bit, and there might be better solutions out there, but I just wanted to let you guys know that. Now something else that DJI sent over is their LiDAR rangefinder, which gives you the ability to add autofocus to virtually any manual lens. This is the same technology that is being used in the Ronin 4D that I actually tested and I loved. Now, I'm gonna be honest, in our shoot, we didn't use the LiDAR rangefinder primarily because as of filming this video, you can either only use the LiDAR or the wireless transmission. You can't use them at the same time. Hopefully, any future firmware update, that won't be the case and you can use both. Now, if you guys do wanna see a video, a dedicated video on how this LiDAR system works, let me know in the comment section down below or give this video a thumbs up. Now, one of the products that I was actually very excited to test out is DJI's brand new wireless video transmitter alongside their high bright monitor. Now, I've actually had experience using this high bright monitor when I reviewed the Ronin 4D, and it's actually one of my favorite new products that DJI has released. Now, what I really liked that DJI did was the ability to easily mount the video transmitter underneath the camera and also be able to power it using the gimbal's battery. Now, additionally, you can also use a camera with HDMI or SDI outputs, which is fantastic. And really the magic with all of this is using this high bright monitor. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and power this on and you can hear the fan speed is pretty loud. Right now, when you turn it on, it does go to 100%. And then once the boot menu pretty much finishes, it does kind of settle, but it's still kind of loud. Now, as of filming this video, there's really no way to adjust the fan speed. So it just kind of settles in this. And you know, it's not terrible, but just something that I wanted to let you guys know. But like I said, the magic is this monitor because now I'm able to start, stop recording. I can control the gimbal. I can control the follow focus motor. But really the game-changing feature here, if you're using a Sony camera, is the fact that I can go ahead and push menu here and control the whole entire menu system from Sony and also be able to basically adjust any settings on the camera wirelessly. And I love that we can finally use this setup outside of the Ronin 4D ecosystem. Now, in our production, this was very useful because it meant that we didn't have to exit the vehicle to make any changes to the cameras, and it really sped up our workflow. So we actually ended up using the RS3 Pro and the wireless video transmitter for several days, and we had no issues at all. Now, DJI does claim that the battery life on the gimbal is about 12 hours. Now, because we did power the transmitter using the gimbal's battery, that got reduced to about 3 hours. Now, a solution to that is that you utilize the external battery that you get when you buy the whole combo kit, which we didn't use. However, I actually like this setup myself, using an Anton Bauer Titan base to actually power the gimbal, which means I don't have to have that extra battery up here, and it also adds a bit of counterbalance. This particular setup I really like. So for this particular project, I hired my friend Sam, who's a DP and specializes in automotive filmmaking. Now, he personally owns an RS2 Pro and has a ton of experience with DJI products. So I really wanted to get his insight on the brand new RS3 Pro.
First thought, the RS3 looks amazing. It's very similar with the RS2, but even with more features. And one of the main features that I absolutely love is the auto lock and unlock feature. It's very easy to, you know, middle of the shoots or whatever, you can always just press it and it will like lock itself and you don't have to worry about, you know, the gimbal running and keeping the motors going. When it comes to the transmitter is absolutely amazing. It just has, you know, we were filming a lot of car rollers yesterday and today, and having the system, it was just so easy, so smooth. Just there was no latency, there was no lag or whatever. So it was just amazing. And I can definitely tell they upgraded a lot of the motors and processing power, because with using the gimbal with the car mount system, sometimes even with as much as it's using the super smooth mode, there's still a little bit of a jitter here and there. But with this, I feel like they improved the stabilization, and it's pretty good, you know.
Especially with those Teslas, we were filming, you know, a Tesla with a Tesla. Those acceleration pulls, you know, you get some G-forces, and you know, it was just rock solid, which I think is impressive.
Yeah, DJI used to come with the Revenite. I mean, they still do, but the Revenite was only good for, you know, certain small stuff. But when you want to use an actual transmitter or whatever, you have to find a way to mount it and whatever. And I love the way how they basically just mount it on the bottom right here, and it just like looks very clean and powers straight from the gimbal. But overall, I think they did a very good job with the whole, you know, setup and the whole gimbal system, the screen and everything, functionality, and combined with the transmitter and the controller and the monitor. It's just a game changer.
By the way, guys, check out Sam. He does some amazing work. I'll leave his links down below to his Instagram, you know, socials and stuff. You know, check him out. He's a really cool dude also. So in my time using the RS3 Pro, honestly, I am very impressed. The little things that DJI did, for example, the dedicated mode switch button, the ability to use Bluetooth to start-stop recording, the larger display, and of course, the Autolock feature. And all these things add up to make the ultimate gimbal. I know it's not cheap, but if you're doing professional commercial work, it might be worth picking up. Now, if you guys like this video, you're going to love this one. My name is Armando. Thanks again for watching, and you will catch me in the next one. Adios.